The rushing attack is coming alive with Ajayi. You've got that offensive line that is finally here.
Why did you burp in the whole thing? Good morning, football fans. We are here live at the Most Valuable Podcast studio, but not
bright
really
and early
live.
in the morning.
Not
Bright
really
and
live
early in the
because
morning.
It's recorded on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm sitting here drinking my good old coffee, trying to be awake for the this football talk.
You talk while you drink.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. They don't think it'd be like it is, but it do. So, anyways, let's talk about some of these games that are coming up. These pick'em videos, of course, as always, brought to you guys by thesportpick.com. So go ahead there, check out the Most Valuable Podcast League, and compete against us. But let's talk about these games. You know, some are a little bit more exciting than others. There are bye weeks. That's why that happens. That's why we have to talk about this game here. The Jets-Dolphins. What do you think, Ricky? What do you think about the Jets-Dolphins?
I got to go with the Dolphins here. I mean, you've got Ajayi who is kind of going for a record kind of performance the last few weeks. Solid in the rushing attack. They finally have their offensive line healthy. This is what we kind of expected. Well, not like really expected because we still thought they'd be a underperforming team. But with Gase at the helm, this team with a healthy offensive line can do all things. Got to go with the Dolphins in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree on here. Even though I think that the Dolphins are kind of turning around a little bit, I think that the Jets have gotten the shot in the arm that they needed. Fitzmagic.
Geno went down?
Geno went down again, and that's always
Harding.
how you get it. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Fitzpatrick out there. He always manages to get somebody clubbed in the kneecap.
It's okay. Brandon still loves him. Brandon Marshall still loves him.
Of course he does. That's his quarterback. And, having Decker, having Marshall, having Forte, it just makes too much sense on paper. They've got to turn around at some point. Fitzmagic wants somebody to love him, and the way he's is gonna get someone to love him is by winning some games. So that's what he's got to do here. He knows it. I'm gonna roll with the Jets on this one. But let's go over to the Eagles-Giants division matchup. This is a very important matchup for the two teams. Are the Eagles real? Can the Giants kind of get back into it? What do you think?
I'm gonna keep this one simple. I like Carson Wentz. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably agree with you on this one that the Eagles are gonna win it, even though I think that the Giants defense can do quite a bit to possibly frazzle Carson Wentz, but he hasn't really looked too rookie-ish throughout this season. So don't really expect that to change too much, and I'm gonna roll with the Eagles as well. But let's go over and let's talk about one that I know you're excited to talk about. That's the Lions-Vikings. I'm excited to talk about it too because we have two horrible teams here.
Whoa, we're not horrible.
The guys lost to the Bears, 2-6. We're 2-6 right now.
We're decent.
We were 1-5 before we beat you guys.
We're decent. I'm not going to go horrible, but we're decent. But I got to skull Vikes in this one just because I know after two losses, the Vikings kind of have me wanting to jump off a bridge, but things are going to turn around. There's a reason why this team won 5 games in a row. We just got to protect Sammy Bradford, and I think we can turn things around against the Detroit Kitties this week. Go Vikes.
So I think that the Lions really have the pieces to beat the Vikings. Matthew Stafford, he can do what Jay Cutler was able to do and get through this Vikings defense. He could definitely do that because Jay Cutler was able to do it. And they have good weapons there. And then the pass rush could totally get past that horrible offensive line that you guys for some reason have and didn't do anything to improve upon on the trade deadline. Check out, the Onside Kick podcast this week. But, it's just that if it was at home, sure, I would believe in the Lions to do it. But the home game for the Vikings, I don't think I can believe in them, and I'm going to have to roll with that.
The one big difference between the Lions and the Bears, I like Jordan Howard better than I like Theo Riddick.
I like Jordan Howard a lot.
Huge difference in this is the Lions don't have Jordan Howard in a running attack like the Bears had.
You know what? If it'll embarrass the Vikings a little bit, we'll let the Lions borrow him during the bye week. Can have fun with them for a little bit. It'll be great.
Just like Trustman used to say, we're just going to enjoy the bye.
Yep, enjoy the bye.
We're just focused on the bye.
So let's talk about the Broncos and the Raiders. Trustman is enjoying the couch is what he's really enjoying right now. But let's talk about the Broncos-Raiders. A lot of people are hot on these Raiders and really think that they're going to
Derek Carr, MVP.
Be good from here on out.
MVP.
This is a very important matchup, too, because these two teams are both 6-2 right now.
This is the division. This is the division right now. I got to go with the Raiders. got to always pick the Raiders, especially when they're playing the Broncos, because guess what? The Broncos aren't that good of a team. 6-2, it's a facade. The Raiders are kings of the AFC West. They're going to prove it here on Sunday Night Football.
I like the Raiders a lot. I like Derek Carr a lot. Good quarterback, making his case for an MVP, consideration. But this Broncos defense is really good. The Raiders defense is not that great. So I really think that, it's going to be a close game. Trevor Siemian's not going to go out there and light it up like Derek Carr can do, but the Raiders defense is not going to stop that offense like the Broncos defense is going to stop the Raiders.
C.J. Anderson is injured.
He is, but he doesn't play defense. So
but
defense is still going to stop him.
You're losing a rushing attack. You have a quarterback who I think just
Dink and dunk. Dink and dunk all day.
We'll see. Dink
and dunk all day, ladies and gentlemen.
Could be the coming out party.
I'm going to go. The coming out party already happened for Derek Carr.
No, I'm saying for the Raider defense.
No, there's no coming out party for the Raider defense. They're not that good. I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one. So let's go forward. That was a good game, but let's talk about a game that I think has a lot of potential to be good. Maybe even some defensive struggles here as well. But the Bills and the Seahawks, Monday Night Football, what do you think?
This is an interesting one because the Bills, even though they got spanked around by Tom Brady, they still put up 20-some points on the Patriots in a loss. Seahawks, a tough team, always a tough team when they come home. Probably should have won last week. I know I was seeing on Facebook today there were pictures of the curse catch in the back of the end zone against the Saints that might have looked like he did have 2 feet down and they should have won that game. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be an intense game. I'm going to go with the shocker, though, in this one. And I'm going to pick Bills and the Bills Mafia over the 12th man in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with the Bills as well. I do like the Bills for this one. The Seahawks are not the Seahawks that we kind of expected before. This defense of the Bills is going to be able to get to Russell Wilson because they have a horrible offensive line, just like the Vikings. And that's going to cause problems.
Win it for the Gipper, baby. Win it for Rexy.
And both these defenses are good. Rex Ryan's already admitted that they're not winning the division against the Patriots. So they got to win every game they can so they can get that wild card spot. Because it's going to be very tough to do that if Rex Ryan wants to save his job. So I'm going to roll with the Bills on this one. Close matchup. I think it'll be tough, but that's my pick. But let me know what you guys think down below. You can go down and let us know for all the games that we picked. You can go to thesportpick.com and compete in the Most Valuable Podcast League. But until next time, the next morning that we talk about some football, you guys can just talk to us at the Mark Weber, at Ricky Widmer, or at Most Valuable Pod. Check out our Patreon page at patreon.com. Wait, patreon.com/mostvaluablepod.
Yeah, you got it.
That sounds good. And maybe one day you could get something like this.
I got stickers.
Cheers.